right, we're live here at the Grinch Tournament in Grand Rapids. It's going to be game one of the Sunday tournament bracketing. It's going to be the Fort Wayne Force against the Sioux Junior Lakers. This is the number 2 seed Lakers against the number 3 seed Force. Other two teams in this tournament are going to be the Tecumseh Eagles, who are seeded number 1, and the South Bend Irish Rovers, who are the 4 seed in this tournament. Thank you, Robin. Zamboni is clearing the ice, and then we got 3 minutes of warm-up, and then game time.
Well, 3 minutes to 8:30.
on the ice for the 3-minute warm-up. For those of you just joining, this is the number 2 seed Sioux Lakers on the Grinder Grinch Tournament weekend against the number 3 seed Fort Wayne Force. The other 2 teams still in this tournament are the Tecumseh Eagles against the Irish Rovers from South Bend. Whoever wins this will face the winner of that game. So game 1 of Sunday, Championship Sunday, is going to feature the starting lineup of Hagen, Fraze, and Huffman with Cumberland and Blackburn. Opening face-off, controlled back by the Lakers. Stolen away by Fraze. Loses a handle on it over to Hagen, takes a shot and puts it in deep behind the net for Huffman. Into the corner for the Lakers. Reversed back around into some open ice here as the Lakers control the puck. Fanned on pass attempt, kept in at the blue line by Fraze. Fraze dumps it back in deep. Huffman battling down low for Fort Wayne. Hagen to join the mix. Blocks that pass attempt, picks his pocket. Hagen now with the puck down low. Tries to feed it to the slot for Huffman. Can't. Lakers back the other way. Off the bench and a nice poke check there by Kiefer. And they're going to get him for offsides. Face-off comes back for Warner. Warner flips it deep in the offensive zone for Fort Wayne. Hot after, it's Max McDonald. Pinched off on the other side by Fryer. Backhand shot, saved Lakers. Out to the blue line for Warner. He's going to cock one back and fire. Rips it, blocked in front before it had a chance to reach the net. Up to the blue line, around Llewellyn. Getting back on defense is Warner as he pokes it into the corner. Stops that shot attempt, comes to the slot, another shot goes wide left. Going to be picked up by McDonald in the corner as he attempts to clear it out and does. It's going to go all the way down for icing. Face-off, one controlled by Sutherland over to Westhoff. Westhoff breaking out through center ice. It's a couple silly offsides there by the Force. Face-off controlled back by Fort Wayne onto the stick of Cumberland. Aiden backhands one towards the net, but it's blocked out in front. Lakers take it and wind it from their defensive end into the neutral zone. Sutherland stuffs it back the other way for the moment, and yet once again, Zaremba there to pick it up for the Force as he's pinched off on the boards. Puck comes back all the way down the ice. It's going to be gathered by Cumberland. Aiden kicks it up to his stick, feeds it ahead to Westhoff. Westhoff touches it into the neutral zone, and Lakers back the other way. Cumberland punches it down, loses an edge. Lakers pick it up. Kelly there on defense. Pass attempt, stick to the side by Cumberland on the stick of the Lakers. Shot, kick to the side, right through the crease. And out of danger by Sutherland. It back into the neutral zone, gathered by the Lakers. Dumped it back in, it's going to be offsides. Face-off controlled back by the Lakers. Enter the offensive zone, shoot one up high as Quas punches that down. Hagen loses a handle on it to the Lakers. They feed one towards the net, cleared out by Blackburn to Hagen. Back on the Lakers stick. Blackburn back on defense there. Pokes it around. Lakers trying to make something happen. Hagen overskates it. Lakers gain possession of the puck as it comes up towards the blue line. Frey is the first one there for Fort Wayne. Dumped back in deep by the Lakers around behind the net. Gathered by Sioux. Pressured by Hagen and Llewellyn. Shot. Rink wide in the opposite corner. Going to be picked up by Murphy. Kicks it up to his skates. Loses a handle on it, but it comes to Hagen. We got a 2 on. Oh, he loses it off his stick. Back the other way now. Blackburn on defense around him. Shot. Save, Quas. Around behind the net go the Lakers. Backhand stuffed off the side of the net. Out into the neutral zone. It's going to be offsides. Great save there by Wyatt. Face-off is being kicked around. Now the Lakers possess it, shoot towards the net, stopped by Cumberland out in front. Hayden's rode into the boards, and he's got it pinned up against there. Helping out is Warner. Warner flips it off the glass, around to Fryer. Fryer tries to touch it up. Lakers flip it back down in deep. Around behind the net for Cumberland. Hayden backhands it up to Kiefer. Kiefer touches it into the neutral zone, and Max McDonald on a break. Max McDonald, around one shot, score! I got to the remote there, so I think I caught that breakout just in time as Max McDonald puts the force on the board. Skating so fast, we would have never saw that if I didn't punch that remote. Getting better. All right, puck comes back for Kelly. It's going to be icing. Face-off controlled by Sioux. They flip it up all the way down the ice, and that'll go for icing once again. Face-off. Sutherland fighting for it. He's tied up with the player there. I think they're stuck together. Not sure what's going on there. They break free out in front of the net. Shot backhand by Zaremba. Scores! Sutherland from underneath the dot. Face-off tied up, left down beneath the skates of the ref, onto the stick of Hagen now as he gathers on the defensive end, touches it up to Huffman. Huffman across the blue line. She gets taken down. And Hagen gonna pick it up in the corner, over skates it. He's got Murphy there, passes it to him. Murph now with a shot attempt, shot, saved there by the Lakers. Face-off controlled by the Lakers. Hagen to put on the pressure. Puck comes around for Sioux. Breakout pass out to Llewellyn. Feeds it back up to Fraze. Fraze collides with a Sioux skater there. They enter offsides. Oh no, we're actually going to get a penalty on Murphy on that, as they came towards the puck at the same time, and they call him for a penalty. So it's 7:28 remaining in the first period. Force up 2-0. Murphy with the penalty. Puts him in the box for a minute and a half. Penalty killers for the Force are going to be Fryer, McDonald, Blackburn, and Warner. And the Force, Max McDonald flips it down for an icing. Face-off controlled over by Sioux. Shot, save Quas. Face-off controlled by the Lakers, up high at the blue line, dumping in deep. Warner going to be the first one there for Fort Wayne to feed it around the boards. Tied up in the corner now on the stick of Fryer. Fryer wheels the other way, stopped at the blue line. Lakers keep it in. Now pressured by Max McDonald. Into the corner for the Lakers. Lakers feed the slot, knocked out by Blackburn onto the stick of Max McDonald. And Fryer and McDonald to flip it up and down the ice. It's a good waste of time here. 35 seconds remains on the Murphy penalty as the Lakers come back the other way. Through center ice they go. Back on defense is going to be Kelly and Warner. Stopped the advancement there was Fryer. Keeping them up high at the blue line. And pressuring is McDonald and Fryer. Onto the stick of Warner. Warner now to flip it up. Kept in by the Lakers for the moment. Now into the neutral zone. Taken away by McDonald. McDonald kicking at it. In his skates still. Maintains possession of the puck as he enters the offensive zone. Up high for Cumberland. Penalty expires. Out of the box is Murph. And on the ice for him is going to be Zaremba. Successful penalty kill for the Force. Pressured now by McDonald, and Fryer now fighting for the puck in the boards in front of us here. Comes back to Kelly. She flips it into center ice for Fryer. Fryer feeds it all the way down. That'll go for icing. Sutherland take the face off, controlled by the Lakers. Spin move there, tried to get a shot off. He was defended well by Zaremba. Sutherland dumps it into the neutral zone. And now Westhoff up ahead for the Force, along with Sutherland. He comes off his skates. So we're going to get I'm not sure what we had there either, but the Sioux Lakers are in the box now. The 5:19 remaining in the first. Phantom penalty puts the Force on a power play. As the puck comes back for Blackburn, he loses a handle on it, goes into the neutral zone. Wisely backhands it to Zaremba. Zaremba taken into the boards. Puck comes out to Blackburn. Blackburn feeds it across to Cumberland, and it's some open ice and a shot from deep. Kick to the side, tipped in there by Westhoff. Oliver Westhoff to put him up 3.
Way to be there, Oliver! Awesome goal on Oliver's part.
Face off, picked up by Westhoff. Dumps it into the offensive zone. Lead skater there is going to be Zaremba for the Force as he challenges the Lakers as they flip it around the boards. Breaking out of the Lakers, Blackburn stymies their advancement on the stick of Sutherland, back down deep in the offensive zone for Fort Wayne. Puck comes out to the blue line. Fraze pressures them to keep it in. Around behind the net, puck goes, gathered by the Lakers. Pressured by Zaremba. Blackburn to keep it in at the blue line, but they flip it down the ice, and Hagen going to be hot after it. Icing is waved off. And Hagen winds. Round 1, cuts to open ice here. Hagen with some speed. He's got Fraze around a few. Hagen around everybody, taking it to the house. Shot off the post. Hagen coast to coast and just barely couldn't bury it. Pressured by Fraze now. Back the other way is Hagen. Hagen making a move again, shoots from deep, on the chest, on the ground, and covered up. As Fraze gets tripped up by the goaltender, covering that puck, and then a couple of them go tumbling into the boards. Everybody seems to be okay. Face-off controlled by the Lakers. Almost kept in by Llewellyn at the blue line. He spins and throws it up to Hagen. Hagen dumps it in deep. Kicks back out, actually, and the Lakers the other way with Llewellyn and Warner back on defense. Shot, save there, Quas. He doesn't know where it's at. They pick it up behind the net, throw it to open ice. The Lakers up high with the shot. Kicks around and goes wide. Lakers again with the puck, backhand it down low in the corner, pressured by Hagen. Now Warner down to get it. It's thrown behind the net with Fort Wayne. Llewellyn takes a stick there. Puck comes loose for Hagen. Hagen loses a handle on it behind the net. Spinning, blocked there by Quas on the wraparound stuff attempt. Blocked in front by Warner as the puck squirts to the side. Lakers with some offensive zone pressure here. Shot from deep, blocked in front by Warner. Flipped up ahead and out into the neutral zone by Hagen. 2:40 remains in the first. Huffman on it for the force. Break offsides. Lakers had some open ice there, and the offside penalty negates that breakout attempt. 2:33 left in the first. Face-off win by the Force, chipped into the neutral zone by Cumberland, dumped back in. Off the head of a Sioux player, back for Kelly. Kelly up the boards to Kiefer. Kiefer now tied up. McDonald joins the mix as the puck is on the boards. Finally comes out for Kelly. Kelly high off the glass, out into the neutral zone. McDonald. Back to Kelly. Kelly, cross ice for Cumberland. There's some open ice now for Cumberland as he enters. Tries to get a shot off, and he's tied up multiple times. Puck comes back to Kelly. She flips it across to McDonald. McDonald swing wide, dumps it in the offensive zone. Taken away by Kiefer as he swipes it in behind the net. We're going to get a change here for Cumberland. They'll put Blackburn on the ice. Fryer to keep it down deep. Shot towards the net goes behind. On the side is Max McDonald battling for the puck. Now the Lakers control it out into center ice. Blackburn on defense with Warner back there. It's swiped off his stick over to Kiefer. Landon Kiefer punches it ahead. We got a penalty here. I think it's a frustration penalty on the Lakers. So I didn't quite see that. But the Force will go to another power play with 1:17 remaining in the first. Out to Warner. Warner rips one towards the net. It's blocked in front. They try to get it out. Warner comes off his skates but keeps it in as he face plants into the boards. He's covered up by a couple. Comes out to Westhoff. Kept in by Zaremba. I guess that skipped over the blue line. Might have been offsides.
They're pinning him to the ground. This isn't like professional wrestling.
Face-off, one over to Westhoff as he dumps it in deep. Under a minute to go here in the first period. Lakers control it. Stolen away by Sutherland as he backhands it back down. Pressured by Westhoff now as the Lakers come around. Look to advance, stopped by Blackburn. He comes in to take it away. Westhoff now. It's pinched off by a couple players here. It's in the officials' skates as they flip it down the ice, and it'll go for icing. 30 seconds remains on the period. 43 seconds on the Sioux Lakers penalty. Force up 3. Face-off controlled by the Lakers, pressured by Hagen in the corner. Murphy to come get it as the Lakers back the other way. Llewellyn to take it off their stick, but they go around him. Getting in position now is Warner. Shot Up high, skips behind the net. Tied up by a couple of players here and cleared out is Quas. Face-off controlled by Hagen, back to Llewellyn, flips it off the boards up high, kept in by the Lakers. Shot from deep, knocked down by Llewellyn. He flips into the neutral zone, and Murphy's got a chance at it. If he can get there, penalty or period expires. Force up 3 after 1. 13 seconds remains on the forced power play to start the second period. Got G sitting next to me, but he didn't want to say anything into the mic.
Say hi.
All right, start the second period here. On the ice for the Force is going to be McDonald, Fryer, Kiefer with Llewellyn and Warner down deep. Never mind, that's going to be icing. So back on the defensive end for Fort Wayne. On the power play for 3 more seconds. Face-off controlled by McDonald. Back to Warner. Warner rips it high off the glass. Out to Kiefer. Penalty over with. Back to full strength hockey. Kiefer trying to get it to McDonald. Doesn't quite make its way through. Back the other way of the Lakers. Back for Warner. Warner feeds it up the boards out to the blue line for Sue. Shot blocked around in front. Skips to the opposite corner. Lakers, another shot attempt here. Kick to the side. Pad by Quas. Another shot. Score. Lakers bring it back to a 2-score game. Face-off controlled by Fort Wayne. Back to Cumberland. Cumberland flips it off the boards. It's going to skip all the way down the ice. And that'll go for icing.
Go.
Stay focused. Go all the
Face-off one back by the Force to Kelly. Kelly around to Zaremba. Touched up to Sutherland, and now loose up high is slapped at by the Lakers and cleared out by Kelly. Westhoff racing after it. Westhoff going to beat him to the puck. Effort there by Westhoff. Shot. Score! Oliver Westhoff, and I don't think I had to more than that one, but hustle play by Westhoff to bury it. He beat 3 guys to the puck. Just an effort play by Oliver.
Let's go, Blue!
Face off one back to Llewellyn as he throws it down the ice, and that'll go for icing.
He said, let's take 4 steps. He really said, icing? Now. Cool.
Face off one back by the Lakers. Spinning shot attempt blocked by Blackburn out front. Picked up by Hagen. Swiped off his stick. As the Lakers possess it now and throw it. Kicked around. Covered up by Quas. That pinballed around was almost dangerous there for Wyatt to see. Face off one back by Fort Wayne for Blackburn. Flips it around to Fraze. Murphy picks it off the boards. Cross ice, touched up by the Lakers. Pressured by Huffman. Back into the defensive end of Fort Wayne. Over to Blackburn. Another shot attempt. Kick to the side. Around behind the net. Puck goes. Flipped out into the corner for the Lakers. Pressured by Fraze. Murphy now controls the puck. Murphy reverses. Feeds it off of Hagen skates. Shot blocked in front by Blackburn. Opposite end. Shot saved. Quas kicks to the corner. They feed it up high for the blue line. Up high now. A shot from deep. Blocked by Blackburn in front. Another shot. Kicked to the side by Quas. Loose. And picked up by Huffman. Out of danger. Gia rode into the side here. She feeds it up to Hagen. Hagen now has this stick taken away and knocked back in by Huffman. It's going to be offsides. Face off one by McDonald, back to Warner. Warner loses the handle on it, breaking the other way is the Lakers with Kelly in defense. Warner comes off his skates, touched into the neutral zone. Fed cross ice by the Lakers. Back to Warner. Warner flips it ahead to McDonald. He loses it in his skates here. It's on the boards, picked up by the Lakers. Fed back into their defensive end, into the neutral zone. Breakout pass, stolen away by Kiefer. Kept in at the blue line by the Lakers. Shot from deep, doesn't connect on the net. Lakers pick it up opposite corner. Backhanded up high the blue line. Shot off of Fryer out front. Warner now to pinch it around and comes out to McDonald. Max McDonald now. He's got Fryer and Kiefer following. McDonald swings wide, loses a handle on it to the corner, gains the puck back. Up to the blue line for Cumberland as he tips it back down for Kiefer. Kiefer throws it in deep in the corner. Over skating it there was the Lakers player. Kiefer kicks it ahead. Around a couple players there as the Sioux Lakers enter, controlled now by Max McDonald. Warner's going to get a slashing penalty as he lifts the stick right out of that player from Sioux. So on to the penalty kill now with 8:58 remaining in the second, up 4-1. Penalty killers for the Force are going to be Zaremba, Sutherland, Llewellyn, and Cumberland. Face-off one, back and controlled by the Lakers. They shoot, it's blocked in front by Zaremba as he puts it into the neutral zone. Fed up ahead on a breakout pass of the Lakers with Llewellyn there on defense. Shot goes wide. Cumberland now to pick up the loose puck. Overskates it. Sutherland dumps it back. Kept in the blue line by the Lakers. Shot kicked to the side by Quas. Llewellyn to rip it around the boards. Up to the blue line for Sioux. Shot from deep. Tipped behind the net into the corner for Sutherland. He gets rode into the boards. And Llewellyn loses the handle on it. Shot from deep. Blocked by his own player out front. Tipped to the side by Cumberland. Cumberland now feeding it up high at the blue line of the Lakers once again. Moving in. Another shot into his player once again. We're going to have another penalty here on Cumberland as Force control the puck. So the Force will be down 2 skaters here for 25 seconds, as 25 seconds is what remains on the Warner penalty, up 4-1. So our 3-skater penalty kill is going to be Blackburn, Hagen, and Fraze. Face-off one by the Lakers. Shot blocked by Blackburn out front. Blackburn controls the puck and puts it into the neutral zone. Frey's going to grab it. He's a 1-on-2 the other way. Dangerous is Murphy. Swinging wide, loses the handle on it. Now come back. The Lakers kept in at the blue line. And this team of 3 is doing a great job of tying the puck up as the penalty expires on Warner and he's back on the ice. So 4-on-5 hockey. Force still on the penalty kill, but gaining another skater here. It's going to be offsides. 57 seconds left on the Cumberland penalty. 7:18 left in the period. Force up 3. Face-off controlled by the Lakers. As they enter, shot blocked by Blackburn. The stick there, taken away by Hagen. Hagen loses the handle on it, back for Blackburn. He throws it off the boards. Kept in by the Lakers, cross-ice pass. Lakers in some open ice here. Shot goes wide. Now it's going to be picked up on by Fraze along the boards. Lakers with it again, a shot from deep. Kick to the side with a pad of Quas. Fraze to backhand it. Kept in by the Lakers. Now it comes up for Sioux at the blue line. Cross-ice pass here. Shot off of Blackburn's head. Off the side of the net. Picked up by Fraze. Murphy with some open ice now. We got 6 seconds left on the Cumberland penalty, so they're going to successfully burn 2 penalties there and come away with nothing doing for the Lakers. Dumped in deep by Fraze. Around behind the net. Huffman possesses the puck now. Backhands it in deep. Multiple changes here for the Force. As the puck comes out to center ice. Warner going to be the first one there for Fort Wayne to gather it and throw it back the other way. Knocked down by Hagen. Hagen with 1 to beat. Hagen towards the net. Loses it, spin move, shot off the goaltender. Secondary shot attempt by Kiefer, can't connect.
Nice try, Harry!
Breakout pass, touched up by Warner in the neutral zone. He enters. Down low, loses the handle on it. Coming back out to center ice for Kelly. Kelly, it's going to put it in, and it's going to be offsides. Face-off, controlled by McDonald. It's kicked around now. Back for Kelly. Kelly feeds it over to Cumberland. Cumberland enters the offensive zone. Racing in deep is Aiden. He feeds the slot, goes around behind the net. Kiefer going to gather it on the opposite end of the rink. Skips around him. McDonald coming back for it, puts it in, back to Kiefer. Kiefer taking off his skates as the Lakers possess the puck now. 5 minutes remains in the period. As the Lakers break out with Kelly and Cumberland on defense. Around Kelly, Fryer there. Shot trickles through the crease into the corner. Out for Kelly. Kelly off the glass, up high, kept in by the Lakers. They shoot it down low again, and Kelly is going to get a stick on it as she feeds it around behind the net for Fryer. Taken away by the Lakers, back in deep for Cumberland. Cumberland rips it up off the glass and skips around all the way down the ice to go for icing. Face-off one back by the force to Blackburn. Flips it off the boards. Kept in by the Lakers down low. Touched up. Lakers at the blue line. Shot. Kicked to the side by the stick of Quas. Off the glass and up high. Kept in at the blue line by the Lakers. Shot from deep. Blocked by Blackburn. Blackburn breaking out now. Across the blue line. Has it swiped off his stick. Now Zaremba pitches it ahead in the offensive zone for Fort Wayne. Pressured by Zaremba, up to the blue line for Blackburn. He battles for it, throws it back in the offensive zone. Puck in the corner, lots of time. Block pass attempt by Zaremba. He chips it around the Sioux player and is along the boards, battling for it. Now Westhoff with it. Westhoff towards the net, shot. It's on the doorstep, it's not covered up. And it comes out to Sutherland. Westhoff saw it sitting there. His eyes got wide. Zaremba in the corner now. Tied up. Comes down low for Westhoff. He throws it to the crease. Sutherland chips it. Backhands. Loose in front. It's not covered up yet. No loose puck. Around behind the net. I don't know where it's at now. Now it's controlled by the Lakers. Down the ice. Kept in by Blackburn off his skates. A lot going on there, but nothing doing for the Lakers. As the puck comes up, dump back in low for the Lakers. Blackburn fighting down low for it. Gains possession of the puck. Feeds it up high. Lakers possess it, shoot it, save, Quas, score. Off wing back by the force to Kelly. Flip down the ice. As the Lakers dump it back down in their offensive zone. Warner back to gather it in the corner. Rips it up to Hagen. Hagen now around one. We got a 2-on-2. He feeds it up to Fraze. Murphy loses a handle on it. Lakers around behind their net. Can't control it. Stolen away by Murphy. Murphy feeds it up high to Warner. Warner gonna get it. Oh, I can't handle the pass. Warner backhands it smartly down in the corner for Huffman. Huffman now picks up the puck, shoots it, goes high up over the net. Going to be gathered up by Fraze. He feeds it back to Warner once again, but the Lakers possess it now and break out the other way with Kelly back on defense. Kelly's going to pick up a penalty here. Hooking. So 1:41 remains here in the second. Force up two, going back to the penalty kill. It's going to be McDonald, Kiefer, Warner and Blackburn. Face off. Picked up by McDonald. Ripped around the boards by Blackburn. It's going to make its way all the way up to the blue line. Kept in by the Lakers. Lakers blocked pass there by McDonald. In the corner by the Lakers. Feed the slot, tied up there by Blackburn as he gets it out of danger for the moment. Kept in by the Lakers. Shot blocked in front by Kiefer. Now into the corner. Blackburn racing for it. Blackburn feeds it up high, but the Lakers possess the puck again. Another shot. Score. Oh, they waved it off. As it must have been played with a high stick. So we're still 4-2. Towards the net, backhand save Quas. Puck squirts wide, shot up high, up over the net. Puck comes out for the Lakers, shot. Score. So now it's 4-3 with under a minute to go here. We're at the 49-second mark remaining in the second period. Face-off controlled back by the Lakers as they feed it to Llewellyn as he puts it back to center ice now. Cumberland going to pick up the loose puck and feed it to Sutherland. He's taken off his skates, picked up by Westhoff. Westhoff rode down. Zaremba there for Fort Wayne, now back for Llewellyn. Llewellyn fans on a clearing attempt but regains possession of the puck, puts it up. And the Lakers keep it in. Shot goes around behind the net. Going to be gathered by Cumberland. Kept in by the Lakers as the puck comes towards Wyatt and he covers it. And we're at the 8-second mark. Face-off win by Hagen. As he throws it up the boards, kept in by the Lakers. Period expires. Force up one after two. As the game is getting exciting, sitting here in the stands. 13 minutes remaining in this contest. To start the third period is going to be Hagen, Fraze, and Huffman with Llewellyn and Warner. Face-off controlled by the Lakers. Fed ahead and touching the offensive zone, taken away by Hagen. Hagen winds it around behind the net, looking for some open ice. Hagen across the line to gain, swinging wide. He's got Fraze on the backside here, feeds it to him, connects for a second out to Llewellyn. Llewellyn now gathers the puck and fires it towards the net. Up high and around the boards for Warner. Warner puts it back in deep. Hagen going to be there for the force. Can't quite get a handle on it as the Lakers take it back the other way and lift it high up to the blue line into the neutral zone for Warner. Warner feeds it up to Hagen, touched back into the offensive zone for Fort Wayne. Hagen with the shot, pad save, secondary shot attempt by Fraze, cleared out by the Lakers all the way down the ice for icing. Face-off controlled by Fort Wayne. McDonald collects his own win, feeds it back to Kelly, skips around her. Out into the neutral zone. It's 3-on-2 the other way with Cumberland and Kiefer. Cumberland knocks it off his stick as they ride him into the boards. And picked up by Fryer. Fryer and McDonald the other way for Fort Wayne. Feed it back to McDonald, loses a handle on that as he's pressured by the Lakers. Puck comes way up in the air. Batted down by Kelly. Cumberland towards the net, backhand, stops that shot attempt is Cumberland. He feeds it around the boards for Fryer. Fryer now dumps it into the neutral zone. Pressure by McDonald. Offsides.
Go, Lakers! Let's go, boy!
Face-off controlled by the Lakers. They spin and enter. Blackburn there on defense. Stops him as Zaremba comes in to help. Up to the blue line for the Lakers. Dumped back into the corner. Blackburn with it now. Feeds it up to Sutherland. Sutherland off the boards to himself. A 2-on-1 the other way with Westhoff. Sutherland feeds it to Westhoff. Westhoff. Shot score! Oliver Westhoff with a hat trick. What a game Westhoff is having. Pressuring him now. Westhoff taking it away. Is rode down. Comes back for Warner. He flips it up ahead into the skates of Sutherland as the Lakers break out the other way. Into the offensive zone. Warner. Zaremba stops him. Down low. Comes out to the center here. Going to be picked up by Sutherland as he's trying to touch it ahead. You're going to have a tripping call. On Sioux, so the force to a power play here with 10:38 remaining in the third. Face-off controlled by the Lakers. They flip it all the way down the ice. This will go no icing. It's waved off. Blackburn down to gather it for Fort Wayne. Fans on the pass attempt there. Comes out front. Hagen in to gather it. Hagen now around one. He's got one to beat. It's Hagen. Hagen swings wide towards the net. Round score! Hagen with the goal.
Should be 6, right? Okay.
Puck comes down low. Lakers behind our net. Pass it to the center. Hagen going to pick it up again. Hagen and Fraze back the other way. Passes it to Fraze. Can't connect on that pass attempt. Puck comes out to Hagen. He shoots. Glove save there by the Lakers. 6-3 force at 9:38 remaining here in the second. Or third. Need to update this. Down in the corner is Max McDonald. Puck is covered up, comes out for Kiefer. Kiefer feeds it over to Blackburn. Blackburn up high, throws one down low towards the net. Back the other way come the Lakers. Cross ice pass connects. They take a shot, goes wide. Picked up by the Lakers behind the net. Spanning there and laying down. Shot off the post and cleared out by Fort Wayne. Onto the stick of McDonald. He throws it out into the neutral zone. Wyatt keeping it out of there, laying on his back. Breakout pass connects for the Lakers as they enter. Warner. Backhand, save, Quas. Face off, backhanded, up to the blue line by Westhoff, kept in by the Lakers, and now Warner to gather the puck and throws it up. Actually back before the puck goes for Cumberland down low. Cumberland off the boards and down the ice. Icing is waved off. Wouldn't have had enough to reach the end line anyway. Westhoff ahead for Fort Wayne. Takes a stick, battles him down low. Joining the mix there, Sutherland. Puck comes out for the Lakers as they mount an attack the other way. Back checking here is Zaremba. Puck comes out to Westhoff as he flips it in the offensive zone. 8 minutes remains in the third. Lakers the other way. Enter. Swing wide. Backhand. Glove save. Quas. Face off. Controlled by Fraze. He flips it off the glass. Kept in by the Lakers at the blue line. Shot blocked in front there by Huffman. Battling for it down low. It's going to be Blackburn, and now on the stick of Fraze. Fraze reverses around one player from the Lakers. Backhands it up to Hagen. Hagen touches it cross ice here. Going to pick it up with a little bit of space in front of him. Goes right around the player across the blue line towards center ice. Poked away by the Lakers. Fraze to steal a loose puck here, and now back and forth it goes. The Lakers the other way, contended by Hagen, and now joining is Llewellyn. Touched up into the neutral zone by Fraze. Llewellyn flips it all the way down the ice. That'll go for icing. Puck into the slot, picked up by Cumberland. Aiden through center ice with Fryer and Keeper. Dumps it into the offensive zone. McDonald, Fryer up ahead. As Fryer rides him into the boards and going to get hit for a penalty here. At 6:38 remaining in the third, the Force will pick up a penalty here. It'll put them on the penalty kill. Penalty killers for the Force are going to be Kelly, Cumberland, Kiefer, and McDonald. Face off. Controlled out by the Lakers. They feed it up high. Shot. Glove save there by Quas. Great job by the goaltender to track that one as it was fired from up above the circle. Face off won by the Force, back to Blackburn. He fires it down the ice, can't get it out of the zone. Overskated there by McDonald. Blackburn now contesting down low. They feed the slot, nothing doing. Taken away by Kiefer. Kiefer now flips it smartly into the neutral zone. Back the other way by the Lakers, now controlled by Blackburn as he flips it up over to Warner. Warner up ahead, dumps it into the offensive zone. Deep. 50 seconds remains on the Fryer penalty. Coming in there is Kiefer to contest them. Back on defense is going to be Warner and Llewellyn. Warner knocks it off his stick, controls the puck. Flips it off the glass into the offensive zone. Now go for icing. 31 seconds remains on the Fryer penalty. Face off, controlled back by the Force to Llewellyn. He fans on a clearing attempt here, up to the blue line, skips into the neutral zone. Dumped back in, it's going to be offsides. Another face-off win by the Force, back to Llewellyn. He dumps it up. Back into the neutral zone. Flipped up ahead, and Warner gathers it, throws it right into Sutherland. Picks up the loose puck now and throws it into open ice, and Warner racing ahead for the puck. Penalty expires on Fryer, back to full strength hockey. Westhoff knocks that puck down, but it makes its way through still. Zaremba pressuring, and now Llewellyn joining the mix. Zaremba trying to get a stick out of the player there to gain possession of the puck. Back and forth the puck goes for Llewellyn. Llewellyn flips it up high. Lakers dump it back in deep. Pressured by Hagen. And now into the corner for the Lakers. They feed it up to the blue line. Take a shot from deep. Skips around behind the net. Lakers with it now. Pass intercepted by Westhoff as he throws it all the way down the ice to give the Force time to reset on that icing. Face off. Controlled by the Lakers. They feed it towards the net. Cleared out there by Cumberland to Fraze. Murphy around one player. He's got some open ice now. The kid behind him's pretty quick. Catches up to him. Takes him off his skates. Fed up to the blue line. Kept in there by Cumberland. Down in deep in the corner. Picked up by the Lakers. Lakers looking to pass it. Picked this pocket there is Hagen. Hagen reverses. Hagen looking for somebody, feeds it cross ice to Kelly. Kelly throws one towards the net, blocked in front by a giant of a player from the Lakers. Fraze beats him to the puck and flips it down away from him and rips it around the boards. Comes off weird and into the neutral zone, and Kelly this is Huffman, gonna gather it. Back to Hagen. Hagen, can he get a handle on it? Shoots. Save there by the Lakers. Out into the neutral zone for Blackburn. Blackburn picks up the loose puck and feeds it cross ice to Fraze onto the stick of Huffman. Huffman gets it over to Murphy. Murphy spinning, dumps it down deep. Hagen now kept in at the blue line by Blackburn. He throws one towards the net, skips around, squirts just wide. Huffman in the corner, feeds it off the side of the net. Hagen to pick it up, reverses, tries to stuff it around behind the goaltender. Battling for the puck as it's pinched off on the net. Comes up high for Warner. Warner now going to make a move. Dumps it in for Hagen. Hagen tries to feed it back to him. Loses a handle on the puck as Lakers possess it and try to break out. Now Huffman in her skates into the neutral zone. Blackburn back to gather. Blackburn feeds it back to Fraze. Murphy through center ice here. Swinging wide as the rest of the Force team goes for a change. Murphy keeping it on the offensive end here. The Lakers lose a handle on it. It comes down the rink for McDonald. McDonald spins away from pressure there. We're at the 2-minute mark in this contest. McDonald throws it up to Fryer. Fryer touches it into the offensive zone for Fort Wayne. Cross ice, Kiefer ahead for Fort Wayne to contest it and keep it in the offensive zone for a bit longer. Now Fryer swipes it away from the Lakers player. He maintained possession of the puck into the offensive zone. Shot. Good stick placement there by Llewellyn as it lifts up over the top of the net. Into the skates of the official now. Lakers with it, knocked off his stick by McDonald, gather back up, shot, save Quas. Minute 24 remains in this one, 6-3 Fort Wayne. Face off, controlled by the Lakers up to the blue line. He's going to shoot this one from deep. Save Quas, covered up. Face off, comes out up high for the Lakers. They wind it in around behind the net. Still controlling the puck. Out front, I don't know where it's at. That's covered up by Quas. Minute 5 remains. Face-off was won by the Lakers, but it almost intercepted by Zaremba. Loose down low for Llewellyn. Fed up the boards to Zaremba. Now Llewellyn and him pass it back and forth. Llewellyn gains control of the puck and winds it around behind the net. Flips it off the boards up to Westhoff as he touches it into the neutral zone. And the Lakers are going to go the distance, winding this one clear behind their net. And breaking out the other way. Stopped by Sutherland. Maintains possession of the puck, throws it towards the net, tipped by Llewellyn. It goes wide, under 30 seconds. Westhoff to rip it off the boards. Kept in by the Lakers. Loose puck. Into some skates here, tied up. Lakers to pick it up and try to fire it towards the net. Knocked to the side by Sutherland. Picked up by Huffman into the neutral zone as this game's going to end. 6-3 win, Force. So the 3 seed upsetting the 2 seed, and they will go to the championship game this afternoon at 3-something. So we got a lot of time on our hands. And I would about bet that we'll be playing the Tecumseh Eagles once again.